Hey there. Okay, so I don't know if any of you like logged back onto the stream or not, but I tried something a little bit different. We solved one problem, but we have another. Okay, so what I did was instead of using Video Ninja through Chrome as my browser on PC2, I used Video Ninja through Mozilla browser. So it seems to be fine, except I have no audio option for the game. So Video Ninja isn't recognizing any audio output for the game. But we do have video. Oh, and we've got ads. Wonderful. I just don't have any audio, which is terrifying. So now, what does this mean? What are we to? I mean, Video Ninja, not AUDO Ninja. Yeah, but it's supposed to capture the audio from the window as well, and it's only capturing video. Um, so this tends to make me believe that it's not an OBS studio thing now. It's a Video Ninja, uh, Google Chrome kind of thing, right? So, and more ads. Sorry about the ads. There's just no audio source. It does say system audio though. Oh, okay, I got it. All right, let's try that. See what we got. This should be cool. Okay, my audio game level is low, but it's there. I usually like to have it around 30. Done. Food is done. People are finished. Okay, I have audio from the game. Me too. Look at our kings. I should do something about this. Okay, so a browser thing, a browser issue of some kind. Huh. Herm. Okay, let me see. We're at noon. Usually I run from 11 to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Let's see how things are going to go. And then maybe Maybe I'll go till 2 today. No, not here. Sage says he doesn't hear the game. There's one way to test that. There is one surefire way to test that, my friend. I do have the game, some of the game volumes set very low, or I do have them off. So we'll see. Let's troubleshoot that next. In the most eardrum shattering way possible. And we're here. I guess I could use with a little XP, right? Yeah. Did we lose a piece of scaffolding here? No. Okay. Let's see. Hey, you. They take no offense at being shot. Imagine that. I'm trying not to shoot the dudes in front of the lanterns here. Oh, okay. Now they're enraged. Yeah, I hear the minecarts very softly. Let me see. I wonder. Display video ninja. Yeah, piggies are audible, but not killing my ears. Yeah, that's because I have it set. See, I have friendly creatures way down there. That's why we didn't hear the horses' oofs. But that also brings the minecart sound up. Blocks, jukebox, master volume, all of that, right? Welcome back. Sorry, I got distracted. No, please don't apologize. Although food about to arrive. Understood. Well, while I'm here, I might as well make some minor repairs. Done. Or I should say finished. Finished. All right, that might take a little bit. That's okay. I wanted to come over up here to the nether anyhow. To finish something that is, for the most part, pointless at this point. Right there. Right there, my friends. What the? This is Season 5 server. I don't have wings. That's a clip right there. Oh, brain, please. Please. It's too much, I tell you. It's too much. Welcome back to my room over the pub. Awk. Can I get an awk in the chat? There's an emote there. Highly suitable for just this particular situation. You jumped before I could. No! There it is. Thank you, sir. Awk. Look at Moggs' eye up there. That looks so cool. All right. Yeah, you know, I know. Don't judge me. I know. Had to unlock emote. Okay, sorry about that. So it was version conflict? No. Shut. It appeared to have something to do with the Google browser. I used Video Ninja with the Mozilla browser, and it seems to work fine. So something with Video Ninja and Chrome. It appears. And that is very, very recent. That's as of Wednesday. So, don't know what to say or do there. Don't know. We got a workaround. I was able to come up with something, but there's Lone Star. You guys could see the shout out for Lone Star there. Now, let's put on some background music here. Lone, how are you doing? Buffoons be getting ready for Buffooncon over in Britain. So, in fact, some of them are probably in flight right now, or at least departing. I'm good. A little tired from work, but it's the weekend. Welcome to the weekend, my friend. Let's see. When last I left this was like this. There's my Epidemic Sound playlist. For Buffooncraft, that is up and going. Okay, there we go. Clip did not post properly? Chat isn't letting me post the clip properly. Send a message. It's falling with style. I don't know, that wasn't so stylish a fall. Oh, Sage, yeah, I think viewers don't have permission to post links. I think that's only mods. There it is. You read the title wrong. Oh, it's falling with splat. Okay, yeah. All right, yeah. It's kind of cropped on the end. All right. I'm thinking right about there. That's good. Yeah, fair. All right, so this is the last thing I was working on. And I'm pretty much finished with it. Okay, I got to stop with the neurotic camera panning. Slowly, Thunder. Slowly and gracefully. All right, so just to catch some of you up who, because it's been a long time since we've been on Season 5, Shot and Nebula made this incredible Guardian farm. And they made it too good. And they were overflowing the sorting and storage. And so I made a high power storage and sorter, super high powered, but it didn't have an overflow system on it. So when the chests filled up, we were getting items just kibby in there. So I started, and Flying Villager jumped in and made an overflow system. So the excess will be burned off, just to keep the entities down and to keep the lag down. But then I got to thinking. One of the things that the Guardian farm produces, one of the byproducts, is it produces a lot of cod. And we do not have a raid farm on the Season 5 server. So I was thinking, instead of yeeting all of the cod, let's set up a trading center. Now, the farm hasn't been run. Well, it was a little bit, just to test it. So that way, instead of yeeting all of the cod, anything that exceeds these double chests, their capacity, will be picked up by this hopper and distributed to these barrels. And then players can come in and then convert them to emeralds and then go skipping happily off to the trading hall where they can convert those to emeralds. Too good or buffoon worthy, you be the judge. I recently purchased a decent amount of cod myself. This is great early game, by the way. You set up a Guardian farm early game. Set up your conversion, your little fish market. Really good source of emeralds. Pretty good source of food, but really good source of emeralds. So I found this little system. Some of you may recall that I designed this on stream. Redstone on stream, I know. But it actually came out pretty good. So the minecart, let's see. See if can I make it up there? Maybe I can. Because I may use this kind of redstone mechanic in other builds. Yeah, here we go. So the minecart will pull up into the station, and Villager gave me this tip here with the gate. It's cool because the minecart will go under the gate to enter, but it won't go under the gate in a reverse position, which is critical to this device, right? It can then pull directly from this chest, just like it would from a hopper. It can pull directly from that chest. Then I needed to figure out a way to detect when the minecart is full, so the gate will open and send it on its way to distribute its fish, its fishy goodness. So I did that over here. So what I did is I have a full strength redstone signal coming into the side of the comparator. And then the comparator compares that with the signal coming out of the hopper. If the signal is coming out of the hopper is lower than the signal going into the side, the comparator will not output any signal. But the moment they're equal, it will. So that means when the minecart's full, it will send out a signal now, which will open the gate and send the minecart out. So the minecart isn't released until it's full. Then it'll come over here, cross these hoppers. These hoppers will suck the fish down into the barrels, complete its route, and then come up here and then pull fish from this side. Same kind of deal. It'll roll up into there. The gate will stop it from rolling backwards. It'll suck up as much fish as it can hold. The comparator will then read equal signals, send out the pulse, open the gate, and it will send out on its way again. Was really, really cool. And I think that's the first time I've used a comparator the way it was actually intended to be used. Because that is how comparators are supposed to be used. That's what they compare. They compare that signal strength coming in from the side to the signal strength that's reading. And when they're equal, they output the signal. That's what it's supposed to do. So very cool. I'm going to ask you about that mechanism at some point in the future. All right. I'll be using this again. I got to set this up in the creative test world. Yeah, we need that set up at the volcano. Oh. Okay. On the community server. All right. Now, I retrofitted this in here. If I had thought of this when I was making the system, it would be one block higher, and I would be pulling directly, the chest would be pulling directly off of that hopper. But I retrofitted it afterwards, so I had to jank this extra hopper on the side and drop it down. But yep, works like a charm. Now that hardly anybody's on the server, no one needs it. That's when I have it. I was a little concerned that the hopper would not have enough power to make it all the way around the loop. So one of the things I like to do is, instead of like using a redstone lever or something like that to keep the rail constantly powered, I just put a detector rail on either side. It hits it, gives it a boost, sends it on its way, and then this one for coming back in the other direction. Then I put another one here. And then evidently that's enough to make it around the entire loop. So there's that. So this, I'm going to say, is complete. Also, we got to get the lava source. Lava is my New England accent. Lava source fixed. It stopped working again. Not today. My brain is not working today. My brain is a little bit overwhelmed, but it's working just fine. It's like nothing else is. Oh, that reminds me, I got to get on things and turn things off at the event area. Okay. Self-powered powered rail. You got it. So like I said, I think that this is complete. And that's kind of like my goal for season 5 is just finishing things up, right? So maybe at some point I'll run the Guardian farm and I'll load it up and I'll stock up on the fishies and the emeralds and see how many emeralds I can generate over there for the trading hall. So trading hall will just drop down there, use that portal at the Nether hub, and then we'll just bring over a couple shulkers of emeralds. Monday is going to be a weird day, and I preemptively exhausted. I don't know, maybe my brain isn't working that well today. Mouth, say the words, please. Oh! Whoops. I know where I'm going. Oh, there's Shut. Shut's like, oh my god, I gotta shut things off in the event area. Okay. So that's done. And that was a fun little distraction. Working on the Guardian Farm sorter. I enjoyed that. The Ghast Farm with the tridents. Hilarious. That's pretty much finished. What is not finished is this monstrosity. Good Lord. Yeah, just stay there, boy. So this needs some finishing up. The farm itself has been running for quite some time. I can head to the AFK spot for a minute if you want me to. Oh, I just left there. Sorry, Shut. Just a whole bunch of friends waiting for you. Yes, the pillagers. Unfortunately, I can't do it right now. Oh, okay. Oh, Nova has to grant me permission to do so, yeah. So stay away from the event area. Got it. But Chut, you know, you would have to stay at the AFK area long enough to fill up at least one of those double chests and the 5 slots in the hopper. So I'm not sure how long that would take. Not too long, because that farm is super high output. However, I'm thinking it's going to take more than a few minutes. So one of the things I wanted to do was cover the top of this and make some sort of hill on the top, natural looking, especially from the outside. And I wanted to remove this part here. And then I wanted to do something with this part of the wall and that part of the floor. And I was hoping the buffoons would do something with the tunnel, but maybe they won't, so I don't know. Zamboni, my buddy. By the way, this is the original zombie from Shut Mountain's earlier version of this same farm. So maybe 3 minutes. Maybe. We'll see. What I had planned on doing was locking those two hoppers just temporarily with a redstone torch, filling up both of the chests, and then just knocking out the torches and letting it rip. That was my stream prep for today, and that, of course, my stream prep got totally obliterated. But yeah, this is the design that I wanted to do for this, and I wanted to finish this up before the end of the season. And this is probably going to be the last work I do on Season 5. Because this is going to take a while, people. A few things I have to do on the interior. Like I said, I got to remove that, which I'll start removing this today. I have to decorate that somehow, that end. And also the corner pieces. Right now, I have these scaffolding towers in place, but I want to get rid of those, and I want to put a feature in there. I'm thinking maybe just water streams. I'm thinking if I just put water columns there on the side, that'll look cool. Then we'll get a little bit of the light peeking through the water there. And then I might have a source for these up there when I figure out what I'm going to do for the top of this, the surface of it. So let's do that. Let's take these down. And we'll also figure out some sort of material for the backs of these, which I guess I should have thought about before I removed the scaffolding. Maybe just some stone would be good for that, because the water is going to be blocking it, so you won't really see it. So it's not. I feel it's not really worth putting some sort of cool material behind this. Although maybe some polished basalt, because you'll get the vertical lines coming down, and you might be able to see that through the water. Yeah, let's do that. By the way, Shut and Genie, if you're still listening, for Generations, I downloaded the Seuss shaders, and they look spectacular. I don't have them set up on the Season 5 instance, but oh, they look beautiful. There's some things that are kind of weird with them, like if you're looking through glass at water, it kind of doesn't know what to do with that. But there's a couple of things like that but the water itself looks spectacular. Just hit settings, video, and shaders. They connect though. Well, at least mine do. Yeah, I'm sure there's some. You know, I just tried it out yesterday for an hour or two, and I didn't really get into the settings too much. Why, hello, Putty. What are you doing here? Oh, because of the villagers. Yeah. So yeah, I'm thinking that. But they look. So I'm thinking for the most part using it for screenshots and stuff. I don't think I could play the game like that, but screenshots and stuff like that are just wow. It's just breathtaking. Just breathtaking. Let's get some polished basalt if we have any. There's the smooth stuff, the smooth variety. The polished stuff, I don't know if I can make that with a stone cutter or not. But let's see if I have any in storage right here first. And right now I'm not seeing it. And I don't know if I can use the smooth basalt to make that or not. I'm hoping I don't have to cook it. Cyan terracotta. Nope, none. Let's take the smooth stuff. Zeus renewed. It's renewed is good. My personal preference is complimentary unbound. I'll have to check that out. Good God, it's corny. Well, well, well. If it isn't a lesser spotted thunderhand. How the devil are you, sir? I am the devil fine. How the devil are you? Guys, you can see the auto shutout there for all of our buffoon friends here. Corny, I'm very pleased to see you. How are things going over there for you? Please do this. Yes. All right, that makes things easier. Polished basalt. All right, I think I'm going to need a lot more of this. So I've been trying my best to follow the discussion in the Buffooncraft members service concerning the in the Buffooncraft members Discord concerning the BuffoonCon. So Corny, I think you're meeting up with everybody on a day or two over there, right? Good sir. Taking a rare moment to myself as everyone has gone out. Oh, that is heaven. Enjoy that, enjoy that, enjoy that. So we will be off to Taiwan on Monday. I'll be gone for 10 days. I'll be back on the 20th. Kachi will be gone for almost a month with Biggie and Mrs. Thunderhand. So I will be home alone for quite some time, which is and you know, you were talking about having time to yourself. That's what I was thinking. And that gives me a chance to get things done around here. That's usually when I do any repairs on the house or anything like that. I wait for them to go to Taiwan, and then I can get in here when they're not around, and I can fix things. I can also work on Kachi's PC while he's gone because he's not using it. So I get a chance to get in there. I'm working and getting inked, so I will miss everyone. Aww. I'm going to try and meet them in Reading for one day and on the 15th for another. Cool. I'm envious. I would really like to meet up with you guys. It's not in the cards at the moment, though. I got to work out finances first. All right, I'm going to take some of this down. I haven't been in Britain since 2000, though. "24 years ago, when I proposed to Mrs. Thunderhand in front of Duart Castle on the Isle of Mull." If you can make Monday, then that would be great. If not, I'll see you on the 15th. Well, I'm talking to Corny, probably. It would be great to meet all the UK peeps, but alas, gotta fly, and I don't do that. Oh, Shut doesn't do the flying. Okay. Isle of Mull is beautiful, yeah, indeed. That's where my mother's clan seat is there for her clan. I spent 14 days there in August of 2000. Not on the Isle of Mull, though. I only spent the last 3 days on Mull, I think. Then went across to Oban, and then one night in Glasgow. And then flew back out. That was so sad. Having to leave that place. I didn't get to see Staffa, though, but I did get down to Yona. Or Iona, as some people pronounce it. I've got my janky American accent. I've got to come down the M6, so I want to be there till the evening. Get a boat shut. No, that's Villager. Has the fly. Shut needs a drink of milk and will feel better about flying. Nope. Cody says he misses Scotland. Me too. Yeah, that was back in August of 2000 when Mrs. Thunderhand was not Mrs. Thunderhand. She was just my smoking hot girlfriend back then. Okay, I'm thinking that this is going to be good. So let's do that. We'll get a bucket of water. Hopefully it won't waterlog these there's a joke there. I'm waiting for you, chat. These wall units. So the idea, I think, is if I knock that out like that and do something like that. Right, and hold on. What? What happened here? No, that's not what I wanted to do. That's what I wanted to do. Oh, hold on. I see, says the blind man. I did that. Okay. Okay, that's good. Let's do some sleeping. JD says it needs to be a treatment. Say Dina's old Corey. You are older than me, Lone. Oh no, don't talk to Lone about his age. He's a little sensitive about that. Not everybody can be as secure about their age as yours truly. Thank you, Thunder. On BA Barracks, yeah, okay. BA Baracus from the A team. He wouldn't get on the plane. Oh, that's right. My phone autocorrects shut for some reason. What kind of phone is that? Right. I needed to do the sleeping thing, right? Before I get distracted by you buffoons in chat. My favorite kind of distraction. Second favorite kind of distraction. Putty. Samsung Galaxy, but it's used to how I speak. Yeah, I was not aware that it came with the shut mountain feature. Seems that way with everyone. Gotta love the buffoonery, man. Now, should I go all the way up with this? I think so, actually. And I don't have any feature for the top part of this rim yet, but we'll work on that. All right, so I'm thinking if I do that, I should be okay. And once more, I was about to just leap down there. When I recalled, I don't have wings on Season 5. All right. Okay, yeah, see, that's not bad, right? And plus, it adds a little bit more motion because we have motion from the lava, we have motion from the water, and I'm not going to make it water sources, so I get the flow. That's cool. All right, let's continue with that. I like that. Let me see. How much basalt do I have? I think I should get one more stack. Now, I'm sure Lone Star was thinking of a different word than bowls. Too much information. Huh? Oh, so maybe not the smooth basalt, maybe only the regular basalt. Regular. Speaking of regular. Speaking of motion in your bowls. Oh, this mouse is hit. Okay. So like I was explaining in the stream before, last night I crushed my mouse. So I have to use this like little dinky mouse until I get it replaced. It's I'm struggling. It's so difficult to play the game. But I have another one of the Outlay giant ergonomic mouses on order, but until then, so it's difficult. It's difficult. Right, so I need some regular basalt, and that might mean going back to the pub. But I gotta say, I do like the way that this came out. You know, I was thinking several Season 5 streams back of putting a water column there, and I'm like, nah, that's gonna look too tacky. It's gonna look silly and ridiculous, but it doesn't. It looks good. I'd really like to see it at night because you'll get the subtle lighting effect on the side, and I'm thinking that's gonna look really cool. All right, let's head back to the pub. Lone Star. Old people in their bowel problems. Thankfully, knocking on wood, not there yet. Oh, wait. Lone Star made me a shortcut for my horse. Actually, technically for my camel. Lawrence. Whoa! Okay, I got to take that a little slower. You know, I just noticed the spruce features on the outside of the castle. This castle is really a very cool looking build. I think Nova built this. Very cool. Lawrence. Let's go down to the basalt generator. Hopefully I have some in stock. Yeah, I think I have a little bit here. That should be enough. And you know what? Before I head out back to the farm, I'm going to take a little bit of a break because I remember I left my coffee out on the counter before I messed with all of this stuff. That's a lot of basalt. That sure is. Of course, it's a Buffooncraft basalt farm. The Basalt Assault. I will be right back. Looks like it's still good. Okay. I'm back. Thank you, Sage. Slacha. The Thunderhand beaker of coffee. All right, so we were getting some basalt, right? And then heading on back. Oh, it is nighttime, everyone. I think we'll be okay, though. Entwistle will get us there faster than any mobs could ever hope to pursue us. Mr. Star, thank you. And thanks again for supplying my steeds and I the shortcut. Although Nova's tunnel is a lovely tunnel. It does lack sufficient clearance, cranial clearance, when you are astride a beast. Stay, boy. I guess I should have put some soul sand under those stairs. Let's do the sleeping thing. So what I'm hearing is that Nova's tunnel is enjoyed by all, but is a little tight. If that's how you choose to hear it, good lord, Cyclopsalops. France is following us to revolution. There is no more status quo. But the sun comes up, and the world still spins. I helped Lafayette drive a declaration. Then I said, I gotta go. Got to be in on Monticello. Now the work at home begins. So what did I miss? What did I miss? What did I miss? Cyclops, are you talking about the SMP that you and Pleasant Player play on? Oh, I don't think you're on that one though, right? Oh, it's the Hamilton quote. That's right, from the No, Hamilton, right. I guess I should have left that scaffolding up. It's the Hamilton quote. You're right. Well, I mean, of course you're right, but I think I was doing something to that effect. Right? And then we can go like this. Like this. You missed a whole bunch of technical difficulties that were eventually resolved in the first attempt to the stream. Where did that cobbled deep slate? I guess there's one block of it there that'll have to do. And then there's some of these, like that. All right, let's get the floaty block out of there, though. It's annoying me. Come here, copper ore. Fine. No hands. Please, not that. That's better. Oh, and I've only one piece of that, right? Okay, well, I'll have to get some more. All right, and then we'll have to bring the basalt all the way up. But we'll do that from the top down. That'll be a little easier. We'll also get a little bit of cobble deep slate for that. No, I'm not going to join that community. It's too toxic. It can be a little rough, right? Not enough cracking down on transphobia. Oh, yeah. What you working on? Well, I was working on a lot of technical difficulties with OBS and Video Ninja. And they did not want to play nicely, or Google Chrome did not want to play nicely with them. I did eventually resolve them, at least temporarily for now. And now I'm on Buffooncraft Season 5 server. Just finishing things up. So I had demoed the completed fish distribution center for the Guardian Farm, and now I'm up here at the iron farm, and my next plan is to tidy up this iron farm and get the exterior and the decoration for this done. Iron farm. Greener, how the heck are you? It has been a minute, my friend. So the next few streams shall be wrapping up things on Season 5 stream. Loose ends and stuff like that. All of this will be a very attractive, like, hillside kind of scene, not this terrible looking stuff that you see here now. And I think that's the last thing I'm going to be able to complete for Season 5. Because I will be in Taiwan for 10 days starting Monday. And so I don't think I'm going to have... I'll be back on June 20th. So I'm not certain how the Season 5 schedule will commence, unfold, not sure. But I do kind of get the feeling things are wrapping up. So plus I'm about finishing builds these days, so very nice. So I'm just going around doing some decorative things to ye old iron farm and getting this thing wrapped up because it needs wrapping up. Okay. I know what I can do. Let's do that. And let's install these by pillaring back up now. But not like that. There we go. So I guess we have a little bit of work to do on the community server too. Community server I finally broke down and did a little bit of storage. Although, again, I did very manual storage. I think my build style there, that's the only real requirement for it. I don't really have a requirement to do a super high-powered storage system. Generations, though, may be a different matter. I think I'm finally getting the itch to do the storage for generations. So and as Sage and I were talking about several streams past, it's going to involve spreadsheets. So I'm just giving you the heads up. Spreadsheets, people. And then Psych redeemed H2 no hydrate. I do have 500 mils of coffee in a beaker with a little bit of shot of Bailey's in it. but I'm thinking this is 90% or maybe more water, so I think it's good enough. Then Jeannie says, okay, time for me to do my lurk. Finishing builds is not my style. Finishing builds has never been my style. But I figured I would give it a try. Sometimes one must go outside one's box and just try new things. So, trying to reach a sort of level of completion, something I've been thinking about lately. Oh, okay. That was the Endermite from the Ender Pearl. Splat. Funny. Yeah, so that looks cool. I like that. So we've got one in each corner. And of course, this isn't meant to be examined close up. It is meant to be examined from afar. So we'll wait until nighttime comes down, and then we'll nighttime comes down. Wait till nightfall, and then we'll have a look at it because I want to see the lighting effect. Putty! I want to see the lighting effect here on the sides. Now, I also am tempted to install these on these corners as well, but I haven't decided how this shall merge into this yet. I am a bit undecided about that. So those will do there for now. And let me see, how am I doing for time? I have, let me see, 49 minutes left of the stream. So I think I'm going to spend this time taking that section out and opening this up to the top. Yeah, let's do that. So let's clear out the inventory. Because we're going to have a lot of debris in this inventory quite shortly. Now I need my bucket of water. Thank you. Okay, I don't think I have an ender chest station, do I? Yes, I have one here. Okay, so I must not sleep because I do want to take a look at this. But I don't know, the lighting effect might be drowned out by the lava on either side. We'll see. Ancient debris or modern debris. Undesirable debris. Yeah, you know, I think the lava... I still like the water stream, but I think the lava is just completely drowning out any kind of water light effect from this. Because it's just so bright, right? So, that's okay. Hey, you know, I wonder... Yes, I can still swim up this. That's cool. Minecraft is such a weird game. All right. Okay, so a couple of things have to happen, right? This has to be taken out. And in order for that to be taken out, I mean, this dirt wall has to come down. I have to finally remove that beaker. And then I have to clear the trees out of this area. You can see where I started to outline. Okay. Oh, is that where it continues over here? Yeah. Okay. All right. Trying to remember where I left off because it's been months. So. Now I want to eat debris. Gonna be a pain to make. Culinary debris. Otherwise known as leftovers. Let's do this. You know, I never did find out who the owner of this beacon is. Oh, was it named? Nope. I found it in the landscape one day, and I borrowed it. With the intent on returning it, and no one ever claimed it. So it's like, yeah, okay. I mean, at this point, well, I don't know. Season 5 server? Yeah, we could make it. Excuse me, we could make a beacon easily enough on the Season 5 server. We should be okay. It'd be a little bit easier to make one in the community server. Right, okay, there is the outline for that. Okay, cool. All right, well, we'll get that. We'll get to that. We shall get to that. So my older son, Biggie Cheese, is home from university. He'll be going to Taiwan with us. And it was cool. I got to watch Game 1 of the NBA Finals with him last night. Boston Celtics versus the Mavericks. And we smoked the Mavericks. So Game 1, us. That was cool getting to watch that with Biggie. I haven't done that in a long time. Okay, let's work on taking this down. Let's go along the outline here. All right, I think I'm good there. Okay, I think there's a bit that's missing here. But I think all of this is good. There's some gold down there. We'll get that. We'll get that. All of this looks good. Right. Okay, there's just that little bit on the side there that hadn't been finished. All right, let's take care of that. If I do this right, that's asking a lot. I haven't done much right this stream. Oh, okay, I see. I wasn't able to reach that, right? Okay. Let's do this. Let's find out what's going on here. Ah, I did not want to. Oh, okay, that I hit my head on that. Oh, why? What? What is going on? There, I just wanted to do that. That's all. That's all. You can see the iron farm is running at full crank while I'm working on it here. Making tons of iron for no one at all to use. Let's do that. Okay, that's pretty much the outline. All right, so anything inside of this has to go. All of these trees, this mushroom, all of this kind of stuff. So we've got some demolition to do. I think it's from New Orleans. Hawk. Okay, we're good there. We're good there. That's on the outside. I might take this down anyway because it's going to be in the way. We could do this. Great. All right, rest of that is good. Let's take this down. All right, maybe I won't have to climb all the way up there, right? Okay, good. Looking good. Doing the Dak Oak thing with my New England accent. Dak Oak. Okay. What? Floaters? I think not. Some of these I might wind up moving, like a little bit of that stuff and a little bit of this stuff. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so I need to take that down and then level this off. So I think we can do that thusly. Oh, I didn't have to do this at a one block level, man. I could have. Okay. Can at least take out 2 blocks at a time. There we go. That's better. And like this. So satisfying. And then we'll start taking down that hill. That hillock. Yeah, let's bring it down to about here. Ooh, apples. You know, ever since I gave myself that challenge on the survival map the Wednesday before, where I turned off animal spawning and I turned off structure spawning and I turned off NPC spawning and then played a random survival map on hard. Survival mode hard. And I didn't set the server to hardcore, but played it like hardcore. That was so much fun. That was a lot of fun. But now when I'm in these other maps, obviously we are late in the game in these other maps, and I see things like apples and stuff. I'm thinking, oh my God, food. Because it's so hard to survive under those circumstances. That was a fun stream, though. The funniest stream, though, coming up is going to be Kachi and I. Kachi and I are going to, and some of you know this, I've mentioned this earlier. Kachi and I are going to attempt to play a random survival map in a hardcore style. and we are only permitting ourselves to speak Chinese. And every time we slip and we speak English, we have to eat a piece of zombie flesh. That is going to be a funny stream. And my older son, Bicky Cheese, says he wants to join us on that one. So we'll see how that goes. But we'll be doing that after we come back from Taiwan. I was thinking on maybe trying that before we go to Taiwan. But Kachi and I are thinking our Chinese is going to be better after we get back. We're going to get a chance to practice. Biggest Chinese is actually pretty good. But I think I'm better at concentrating. So he'll slip and speak in English even though he's better at Chinese than we are. We do this when we play Uno, by the way. When the family plays Uno, we play Chinese-only Uno. And it's hilarious. So we were thinking, what if we play Chinese-only Minecraft? Like we play our Chinese-only Uno. That's going to be funny. So Kachi and I are going to give it a try. We're going to see how it is. So there's a video series out that I've been watching, and it's pretty old. But there was this couple teaching Chinese through Minecraft. And they did... I saw at least 2 episodes of it, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So I get to learn their words for creeper, and some of them I know, like zombie and things like that, skeleton, right? But then the basic tools I know, like pickaxe and shovel and things like that. But it's a good series, so Kachi and I are going to be using that to practice. But that is going to be a funny stream. You know, this kind of building is kind of nice. This kind of building is that's kind of redundant. I'm trying to say I like this kind of building because I don't have to concentrate so much on it. It's not like doing redstone on stream or something like that. I'm not having to measure things constantly, you know. It's nice just to be able to demolish something. I think the undisputed queen for this kind of stuff is Nebula. Nebula can like destroy an entire landscape for kilometers in either direction in like minutes. She's terrifying. As I often refer to her as the one-woman eco-disaster. In Minecraft, she's something. All right, let's skim off this layer, and then we'll deal with that a little bit later on the next pass. Okay, now we're switching tools. This is kind of annoying. Let me see. Let me reset our playlist. There we go. Let's just take out as much as we can with a shovel first, and we'll go back with a pickaxe. Huh? There it is. Netherite shovel seems to be holding up well. What is it with shovels, though? Man, the durability is so low on shovels. It's like, especially when you're digging sand. Shovel designed by Anakin Skywalker. Like, what the heck? All right. Let's deal with this. I was wondering why I was mining so slowly with the pickaxe, and it's because we took out that beacon with the haste. I guess I could set it up somewhere else, but we really don't have a lot of demolition to do, so not at this point anyway. So some of you may have read in our community Discord that this past Sunday, Kachi and I had the absolute pleasure of getting to meet none other than Sean Schemmel, who voices the American version of Goku on Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, we got to meet him at the Riverside Anime Con. And he was so cool with us. So the idea is you're waiting 4 hours in line to get up to him to speak. And then, you know, you got to drop some cash for a signature and drop some cash for a photo. We only did the sig this time. And, you know, you get to say hi to him, get to say a few words and stuff, and then, you know, next. But Sean was, for some reason, Sean took a lot of interest in Kachi and I. And we had quite a lengthy conversation with him. He wouldn't let us go. Super, super cool guy. By the way, like yours truly, turns out that Sean has taught himself the Gaelga, so he could speak Irish. And he and I were speaking a little bit of the Gaelga with each other, which he found extremely amusing. Like Kachi, he was also in an orchestra when he was a little boy. And not surprising, his instrument was the French horn, which takes massive amounts of wind power. So he was really interested when he found out that Kachi plays viola in the orchestra. And that we're musicians. And so he kept us there for quite some time. I kept looking at the people who are waiting in line, and they're like rolling their eyes, and I'm trying not to snicker. We were also going to try to meet Chris Sabat, who does the voice for Piccolo and for other American versions of anime, like he does All Might in My Hero Academia. He does Vegeta. He does Vegeta's voice. He's probably most famous for that, right? But Chris's line was just ridiculously long. We didn't have enough time or money to see both of them. So we figured this time we would both see Sean, and then maybe next time, if we can see Sean again, we will. But maybe next time we can see Chris Sabat. I grew up with Dragon Ball in Portuguese. Yeah, I think you and I had talked about that, Sage. And it seems the Portuguese dub is legendary. Next time I'll see him, I'll ask him about that. I did say to him that usually when I'm watching foreign shows, I prefer subtitles. I like the original characters' voices and I like the subtitles. But I did tell him I do have one glaring exception. Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z, I actually like. Oh, wow! I survived that. I actually like the overdub, the English overdub, better. Like Entirely Wild and Unhinged. You know, Sean himself is a lot like that. That man has so much energy, and mind you, we saw him late in the afternoon. We got there late, so he had already been going all day long. And that guy was so hyperactive. Holy smokes. That man has energy, I'll tell you. Normally, I wouldn't bother saving dirt, but we have a lot of terraforming to do afterward. So, just thinking ahead a little bit. But maybe I'll hear the Portuguese version of that. Maybe I'll look that up later. I'm sure somebody has it on YouTube. Just cleaning up my mess. Let me guess. This is an incinerator. Yes. Oh, no, I'll keep these things though. Again, we have more terraforming to do, so. And I guess I'm going to have to pillar up to this, which isn't much of a problem. How am I doing for time here? 1:37. 23 minutes left of the stream. Let's get rid of some of this debris. And then we'll take off this layer, and we should be good as far as the demo is concerned. And then maybe, depending on how well we do here, maybe we can start thinking about block palette. One of the other things I have to do is, I just remembered this now, is to take the effigies of the iron golem heads that Shelbs and I made. Shelbs designed that, by the way, did a bang-up job. And I wanted to move those up and get them about halfway along this wall. I think they're too low right now. So I may transfer those up a little bit. Then I can go along. I could remove this dirt ridge here around the sides. As we wrap things up here on Season 5. So I'm going to have to do a lot of off-camera work, I'm thinking, on this. Because we're leaving for Taiwan on Monday. That really leaves me just the rest of today, Saturday, maybe Sunday, but Sunday we'll probably be doing some packing up. So I've got to do quite a bit of work on this because I'm not sure this will be here when I come back. Maybe buffoons who have an ear to the ground for such things. Maybe you can help me get an update on that. If there's any end of Season 5 news. So I can get an idea how to pace myself here. I originally thought that it was going to be after Buffooncon. So, but apparently not. So, let's see. I will send you a video about the Portuguese dub. Cool. Greena saying nothing will. And Shut Mountain saying, I am told it is still going. There is... Oh, as there is more to do yet. Okay. All right. All I need is just enough time to finish up the iron farm. That's all I'm looking at right now. And again, I'll be in Taiwan for 10 days, so I will not be able to work on it from there. I still might stream from there, though. I might do a check-in stream from Taiwan like I did last year. That was fun to do. Sense my phone. Bye-bye, Iron Golem. Thanks for the iron, buddy. Oh, we dropped 3 of those at the same time. Cool. All right, we're just gonna carry on in this fashion all the way across. Be going on during Buffooncon, yeah. Cool. Cobbled deep slate of all blocks to have to remove. So then the idea is to bring this ridge up to that height and then pick a block palette for these walls. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to pick some sort of cool kind of transition between this kind of block palette and the block palette that had been at least suggested in the tunnel that connects this to the trading hall. Okay, I see Greener's trying to connect to a disjointed sentences there. Greener, that just dawned on me now. Nothing will be going on during Buffooncon. Got it. Sorry, my friend. You know, a little slow on the uptake there. It's cool because once you open this up, you get an idea of the scale of this iron farm. It is flippin' huge. In true Buffoon style. All right. Getting down to the wire. Let's do this. And I think we'll hop out right there. Remember, no wings on Season 5, so I can't just let myself drop. Like I did earlier. Okay, I think I can drop down to that ledge, though, and just remove the dirt ledge as I go along here. Should be fine. Should be. All right, let's get over to here. Night is about ready to fall. Hey there, Entwistle. So each season of Buffooncraft, I choose a different naming scheme for my horses. And this season, it was favorite bass players. So that's Entwistle over there, after John Entwistle, bass player for The Who. All right, those water streams look pretty cool. I think they give just the right level of accent. There we go. Good Lord. Okay. I think we're good there. Now that's all open to the sky. And then, you know, I may level off the wall there with just some dirt now just to get the shape of it. So this is with the BSL shaders, as you guys can see. Wow, that lava is bright. Whew! Wow. It's funny because now when I build, you know, I can build with shaders in mind, whether or not I'm going to use shaders. Like this was designed, this palette was chosen to be without shaders. So if I was thinking shaders, I would have made some differences, like not so much lava. I assumed Entwistle was some mythological musical tree. Nope, the mighty John Entwistle. First rock bass solo. My generation on the Ed Sullivan Show. Paved the way for all the rest of us. Set the bar extremely high. All right, let's do the sleeping bit. We'll load up on a whole bunch of dirt. We'll sketch out that shape. Let me see, 1:49. I have 11 minutes left. 11, not 11. 11 minutes left of the stream. I think that's enough time for me to sketch that out. And we'll get the shape of that pinned down. Let's do this. It's good we get to get rid of a lot of this dirt. All right, let's... Oh, hands, please. Now we could think about doing things like a block palette here or something, if we have enough time. I think I'm gonna just barely have enough time to sketch this out. Let's do that for the nonce. Yeah, I think this is a little too close. We're gonna have to take this out. Maybe we can deal with that later, though, when we have some more space in our inventory. Let me see, I'm 2 blocks high here, so let's go 3 blocks all the way around first. Get some of the dirt out of the inventory, we'll make a little space, and then we can hack that tree down. Yeah, this one's going to have to go as well. It's a little too close. And then this drops down a little too much. This is definitely going to have to go right now, though, whether we have room or not. Okay, I think we're good here, right? No floaters? No stray pieces of logs to prevent the leaves from dissipating? I don't think so. I think we're good. Right, this one's going to have to come out too, again. And this bunch of junk in here is going to have to be removed. I think we're good here, right? No stray pieces of logs. And let's get right onto this. We do not need those saplings. I think we're good there. And then these should all dissipate. Let's do that like that. Oh, I see. Got some hidden ones here, some stragglers. Might be some more up there, right? Yep. Can I do a jump chop and reach that from here? Apparently so. Would you please just dissipate leaves so I can get some work done? We might have to do something about that. Okay, I think I can bring this all the way around. I'll deal with that after. Just want to get this shape sketched out here before the stream ends. Self-imposed deadlines are the best ones. And the only ones I'm willing to tolerate these days. Good, there we go. Now that we've got a decent path cleared here, I think we can do a decent job with this. Let's get this all in the same level. There's got to be some hidden logs in this group of leaves here somewhere that I'm not seeing. Yeah, right there. There's one. Okay, you can see them start to dissipate now. That's probably the last one. Great. Ugh. Please. It's already too slow. Tiny Mouse is also causing me a lot more issues than I usually have with the hands. I'm trying to be as delicate as I can because it's going to take a couple of days for my replacement mouse to come in. It's the only other one in the house. Oh yeah, I can see where that's going to be an issue. All right, 3 minutes left of the stream. I think we're going to be able to do this. Man, if I'd known I was going to be dealing with the trees like this and the leaves, I would have brought the hoe, or at least the clippers would be. Oh no, the server restart in 2 minutes. There's only 3 minutes left of the stream anyway, so I guess that's good timing, right? I wasn't even thinking, 2 o'clock, of course. All right, so the idea is we have to have this. The hill will extend up from this outer rim. And initially I was going to make some sort of vaulted arch or something like that system in the roof, but I figured I would go natural and make like the top part a natural part of the landscape, like a hollow hill or something like that, to offset all of the predetermined human industry here. Try to use this top feature here to kind of blend it in with the environment a little. Okay, that'll do it. Now maybe if I get around to this corner, I can pose for my thumbnail. Before the... Oh! I was going to... before the server shuts down. That's okay. I'll restart the server and get my thumbnail. The server takes about 30 seconds to restart. Hawk. Let me see. Let me look over at the monitor. Line this up with the logo and whatnot. I think that's good enough. That's a pretty good screenshot, I think. Some of you may have noticed that my skin, I'm wearing the blue shirt. That was from Cyclopsolops's event that I participated in a week or two ago, which was a lot of fun. Complete chaos, but it was fun chaos. And so I was part of a mining faction, and the factions needed to be identified by colors. And so I needed to change my shirt to a dark blue color. And I haven't changed it back yet. So, okay, with that, let us log off here. Let's switch over to the camera scene. Let me see. Cam scene right there. There we are. I'm happy you conquered the technical problems. At least for now, right? And thank you, Sage, and the rest of you, Shut, and everybody who was helping to contribute with the feedback for that to help get me through that. That was cool. I mean, I did wind up figuring out to switch the browsers and stuff, but still, to get there, it's important. And appreciated. Okay, let us see. Let's have a look here. And once more, Jeannie is streaming, and Jeannie seems to be the only one of our friends who are streaming at the moment. So we are going to raid out to Jeannie, just like we did on Wednesday. So, a fellow Buffoon VIP, Cheska's Jeannie. If you would like to join us on the raid, here is the raid message that we use. You can copy and paste this into the chat if you would like to join us. And I always encourage the viewers to join us on the raid. Even if you can't stay for the entire stream, at least drop in, say hi. If you feel so inclined, drop a follow, some bits, maybe even a sub. That would be super cool. Family-friendly viewers, just be advised that Jeannie's stream is rated mature. Freudian slip? Maybe. But it is rated mature, so family-friendly viewers, just note that. There's some language and some stuff like that, but she's a lot of fun. Again, a lot of shared community. You'll see a lot of people in there that you know. Let's count down the raid itself. I guess Twitch is doing this thing where they try to suggest the raid for you whenever you type /raid, and then pops up this thing. Let me do a raid for you, blah, blah, blah. It's like, Twitch, I can do my own raid. Thank you. There we go. Okay, so the raid is queued up. Again, thank you everybody for dropping by today. Our next stream may be Monday, maybe Sunday from 4 to 6. We might try to squeeze in Akachi time before we leave. But again, Monday we will be off to Taiwan. I'll be off to Taiwan for 10 days. I'll be back June 20th. June 20th. That's a Thursday. You might get a Friday stream out of me on the 21st. Oh, we have an ad break going on anyway. But you guys might be, you might get a stream out of me on Friday when I get back. We'll see. But that's all for now. Thanks everybody for helping, hanging in there with the tech issues, and we will see you again next time. Reading out to Cheska's genie. Right now. Bye for now, everyone.